It's a shocking, if sadly not surprising, statistic. 1/3 of all Indigenous high school students struggle to meet national literacy standards. Today is Indigenous Literacy Day, when schools and bookstores have joined forces to reverse the trend.
They filed into the school hall rowdy and restless, but soon were silenced by singing and dancing. But these youngsters had come together to celebrate another form of expression, reading and writing. National Indigenous Literacy Day aims to raise awareness and money to combat faltering literacy rates in Indigenous communities. It seems the best way to encourage reading is by writing.
At 12 metres long, this is one big book. But what makes it even more impressive is that it was written by primary school students. And in a few months, it's going to make its way 4,000 kilometres across the country to Wyndham in Western Australia.
And 269 personal stories will be in it to encourage the community's children to do some story writing of their own.
This is my story about the sports I do. Do you need lines to write? Because it's really hard. The easy thing about reading is the words.
Deborah Dank grew up on cattle stations in the Northern Territory and first learnt English in high school. Now a teacher, she's pushing for more books in Indigenous languages.
Standard Australian English is spoken as a second, third, fourth or sometimes fifth language. So it isn't that Indigenous people don't have the ability or the capacity to learn Standard Australian English. It's about the access, it's about the opportunity.
The Indigenous Literacy Project started 5 years ago and now supplies books to over 200 communities around the country.
You're really only going to know in 5, 10, 20 years' time when you see the kids that maybe are turned on to reading turning into responsible reading adults who in their turn can have an impact through their own children or through what they're doing in their own communities.
And getting these youngsters on board seems a good place to start. Jeannette, World News Australia.
And the weather next, and a front is sending cold, showery